Hi, YouTubies! It's me, Zachary Michael. Also, now I need you to sit with me for a second because we're going to try something different. I was literally just telling somebody today that Twitch has always been a place where I experiment and I do whatever I want, and I don't have to feel like the pressures of uploading any particular kind of content. So this is gonna sound a little bit like something that I would previously say I wouldn't do, but hear me out. I'm being so dramatic about this. Today we're putting stuff up our butt. Well, I've done that before, and that, I mean, I've not done it on YouTube, but that would not be trying something new for me. That would not be trying something new for me and my family. Um what? It's true. It's true. Okay, but what I was gonna say, Divatrons, is that I previously talked about, like, I don't want to watch other people's content about other people. However, semicolon, comma, whatever the punctuation is, um, I am interested in niche YouTube drama and learning more about it, and that's kind of like a vibe I've really been enjoying over here. Okay, and I think a lot of y'all have been enjoying niche drama, and so to try to tap into a little bit of that, I'm taking a recommendation from somebody I really trust, Jane, in the chat, moderator extraordinaire. Because also the other thing is this recommendation, um this recommendation coincides with another, like, very specific like hyperfixation I have on YouTube right now, which is people who resell thrifted stuff on, like, Poshmark, eBay, Depop, etc. Okay? So, Jane made me aware of a woman named Nicole State. And apparently, Miss Ma'am has been involved in a lot. Okay? You're not beating the allegations, Zach? What are the allegations, Pacific Nutria? Oh, I know what it is. Never mind. Wait. Now, Raised by Ents, what did you think it was? Now, what did you think it was going to be, since you were so confident? Since you were so confident, Diva. You get all your content from mods. If y'all don't like it, I will change my name, but I'll still be here. Joe, you're not, just to be clear, you're not allowed to be sassy like that. How do you know this allegation about me? Okay, anyways, so there's this woman named Nicole State, all right? This is Nicole State, and apparently she has a long track record and history of scamming. It doesn't seem like she's making a ton of, like, Poshmark reselling types of videos anymore. Now her channel says, "Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. This channel is the official YouTube channel for Nicole State, where we unbox daily free Amazon hauls." But then I guess it does say how to price items on Facebook Marketplace to sell fast. But then it's also, you have to start walking, bar. $10,000 challenge day. I need your advice. Goals should be about your output. So it does, it's hard to say what her It's hard to say. If you find this one interesting, there is a crash out update after this. What? I love a crash out video. So then this video was shared by Jane. Okay, entire Nicole State scamming and criminal history 2016 to 2025. And I said, oh, we're the learning channel. I said, oh, we are the learning channel. Okay, we're going to learn. Today, we're going to learn. But I do just want to say I have mild concerns about Rockstar Flipper as a concept. Because I was like, who is this guy? You would think based on his name that he flips houses, flips furniture. I'm a big fan of the TV show Flea Market Flip. You know, so like maybe he's flipping stuff, he's reselling, etc. Anyways, I went and clicked on his channel. And I just want to say, first of all, well, I won't say anything about that. I just want to say, hate that he has this fucking AI thumbnail nonsense. I'm so sick of it. I literally, in a meeting today, somebody told me, wow, Zach, you have really unique thumbnails that I can tell you do yourself. And and I was like, really? Like, there's nothing special about my thumbnails. Like, I ain't putting a lot of work into my thumbnails. And that's my point. You can have these basic ass thumbnails that I have with very little fucking work, okay? And so let me go on this tangent about these fucking stupid ass AI thumbnails, because the other problem is all these thumbnails look the fucking same. All of these and like the gag, the font and everything, the exact same AI stupid ass font that Managing the Maze, same stupid ass font that she's over here using in every single one of her stupid videos. Like, look how similar the fonts and their thumbnails look, and they don't even make similar ass content. It's pissing me off. I'm tired of seeing this particular font. This has nothing to do with Nicole State. And then on top of that,
love my cream of wheat.
Lil Piz Baby, thanks for the 1 bit. You once made a thumbnail on Twitch for us, and I enjoyed watching the process. I've always hoped you would do it again. I have done it from time to time when I was short on time. I really spend such little time on it. But then what I also want to say is I don't love what his content appears to be about. To be honest, unhinged Walmart customers caught on camera, Target has lost control, Starbucks is completely out of control. But then, where was the one? This one I really hate. Blowing tax refunds on $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. Being blown on hair, nails, lashes, and TVs. Weirdly. Sir, what do you care what people do with their income tax refunds? What? Yeah, why is he pocket watching? So overall, I don't know how I feel about I don't know enough about this man. I don't know enough about this man to give a full, like, to be fair, I'm making real quick rash judgments about this man. I haven't watched a single one of his videos. I just haven't. I haven't watched a single one. I don't know. They're real. Trump exposes aliens. Okay. Like, I just really don't know. But he does apparently have the entire Nicole State scamming and criminal history recorded for us. from 2016 to 2025. The video is not about Rockstar Flipper. We're not here to talk about Rockstar Flipper, but I clearly do have some feelings. If I want to spend my tax return on dildos, it's my right as an American. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Who are you to tell me I can't spend my $10,000 tax return on a case full of dildos? All right, anyways, we're gonna see what he has to say. We're gonna learn from him about the entire history of Nicole. I really set him up to be a reliable source, didn't I? We really set him up to be a reliable source for this information. If y'all are ready to hear what he has to say, if y'all are ready, could you put some 69s in the chat? Men always seem better without context. Yeah, we probably should have left it. Oh, look at the subtitles, how he greets the audience. What's going on, rock stars? Let's go. Let's go. Oh, brother, who let this guy in? This guy stinks. This guy stinks. I like this couch thing behind him, though. That looks luxurious. He looks like... Oh, I thought you were trying to say he looks like Theo Von, but you're saying he looks like he likes Theo Von. Possible. He looks like he rents... Girl, get out of here. All right, we're going to get to. Let me turn it back.
Is Wednesday, March 26, 2025, and we're going to talk about the big... Yeah, what's going on, rock stars? Welcome in the channel. It is Wednesday, March 26, 2025.
Look at that big old dog.
6,969.
Tomato Princess, thanks for 5 months. Appreciate it. I saw a similar couch on Facebook Marketplace and it was described as a boneless couch. Yummy. That dog is cute.
We're going to talk about the biggest reselling scammer in the...
Weirdly.
Y'all, thanks for the alerts. We will eventually get to the video. Thanks so much for the 100 bits, Cheeto. Appreciate it.
History of this community, again. Nicole the Snake State, and in my opinion, possibly one of the biggest scammers on the internet. And we're going to do it because a lot of new news, some breaking news has happened in the last couple of days, some updates, some new information. And for those of you that are new on the channel, or if this possibly goes viral out to other communities, I want everyone to know exactly what the history is. And
why it's gone viral. It's made its way to other communities. I'm here, baby. This is a year old. That is correct, Jane. Thank you for the context.
We're talking about her. So I'm going to start at the beginning, and I'm going to go all the way to the end to current day today, March 26, 2025. Also, you guys know that Vanessa Vat is Rad, and also now Lindy Glenn is posting on YouTube and TikTok. I'll link their YouTubes and their TikToks below if you want to dive down the rabbit hole after my video. More, you certainly can do that. So let's go back to the beginning. If you're not familiar with who Nicole State is, what she's done over the years, and why there is such an uproar and why all these videos are being made, I'm going to explain it to you all in one place right here on this video. So I became aware of her in 2016 sometime.
How many views does this have? Now, Jamie, are you gonna pull, remember that one time you were like, nobody's gonna be interested in watching somebody with 200 views? And that video actually ended up doing really well on the re-upload channel, just so you know. But this has, I think, 14,000 views. 14,419 to answer your question.
In 2016, I can't tell you exactly when, but about 9, almost 10 years ago. That's how long it's been going on, guys, I promise you. In fact, I did a video with Nicole because when I was first introduced to her as a reseller, a female reseller, on the internet, there weren't really that many female resellers posting videos. Nicole and Lindy were probably the only two that started that I was aware of. And it was a lot of guys, Rake and Profit, and all these guys, Chris, and all Bonafide Hustler, all these people posting on there. And I was made aware of her videos. I watched her videos about Goodwill and thrifting and reselling, and it looked like she knew what she was doing.
I'm honestly kind of, first of all, I hate when men refer to women as females. It is a little weirdly. But second of all, I don't know, I just find that so interesting, and maybe the landscape has changed now. But outside of the gays that I've watched, which if you're interested in people who do reselling and stuff, I've been watching a guy named Jack Valentine. He and his husband do they do reselling on eBay and Poshmark, and they go to like Goodwill bins and thrifting a lot, and doing stuff like that. But otherwise, all of my recommendations have been for women, just for the record. But maybe the landscape of the reselling YouTube community has shifted since he got started in 2016.
I'd been reselling 10 years already. I've been a full-time reseller for almost 20 years. So I already had a lot of experience. I didn't know how long she'd been around, but what she was doing was interesting to me, and she was making money, it seemed like, and everything was cool. So I actually did an early YouTube video with her. Shame on me. I didn't know her history, and at the time, she didn't have the history that she has now. If she was scamming anyone on any particular area at that point in time, I didn't know about it, and I still, to this day, pre-2016, I'm not sure. I'm sure she was, but I'm not aware of any of it. So do a video with her. Find out a few months later that she is shill bidding on eBay. And what shill bidding is...
Yeah, tell me what shill bidding is. We're gonna learn so much. We're gonna learn so much today. Would you all be saying this if he looked like Leon Kennedy? Why we gotta bring up Leon Kennedy discourse every day? I'm so tired of the Leon Kennedy discourse.
Is it means you put up an item for bid at $5, and some people are bidding on it, and it gets up to $10, and you're not happy with that, so you text your buddy and you go, hey, bid $11 on that. And they bid $11 on it, and now the other people bid 12 or 13, and then you go, hey, bid again. And you just keep artificially pushing that up. It's actually against all platform policies, especially eBay. It's actually against the law. It is a crime. It is fraud. It is called scheme to defraud in some states. You can look that up. You were...
Oh, he's calling her a criminal.
Fraudulently causing the price of the item to go up higher than it would have normally gone by colluding with a friend or a family member, whoever, to push that price up. Which...
Okay, here's the thing, Jane, having watched this, does he provide proof? Provide evidence? Is that the thing? Is that a situation type of deal? He plays some of her videos where she admits to certain things. Ooh, okay, bring that on.
Excuse me, we're going to talk about in a minute. She has admitted to doing recently.
He used me. He didn't care about me. Like, I was literally just someone.
Is she in a toilet? Is she in a public toilet? Also, this is absolutely one of those situations where it's like, Zach, if you would have just let the video play, you would have gotten an answer. But she looks like she's either in prison or in a public restroom.
To get him off and to pump.
To get him off?
Just someone to get him off and to pump up his streams. To make sure his bids were at the right prices. He would text me and be like, can you bid this on this?
But she did it all the way back in 2016. We also heard other...
Wait, so what he accused her of is that she was asking people to raise the bids on her items, but what she admitted to is helping... Well, she didn't even admit to doing it. She didn't even admit to doing it in that clip. She said that somebody asked her to do it.
Other things about her. And so in 2017, I was picked by eBay and executives because of my YouTube channel, because of my following, and because of my history on eBay to talk at eBay Open 2017, the end of July, to give a speech about selling online, about different things.
This guy was talking on behalf of eBay in 2017. He was that big of a reselling influencer in 2017 that eBay was inviting him to talk to things, and now he's making reaction videos to people fighting at the Walmart and making shitty AI thumbnails. Y'all, the way this is turning into me just dragging this man. Also, I can't, just to be clear, I can't hate on him for doing reaction content, obviously. Obviously. You know what, Colin? Drag my ass. Well, maybe he has 2 degrees. Work. It's giving very much Amber Lynn saying, wow, Zach has 2 college degrees, and this is what he's doing with his life. Making content about fat women on the internet. All right, well, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and go back to this video.
And I was also told that there were several other speakers who were going to be present, one of which was Nicole. Well, in between those times that we figured out she was shill bidding and doing some other stuff and eBay Open, she committed, that we think at that time committed mail fraud. We know she committed it later on. We have the evidence. She admitted it on video, committed mail fraud on eBay.
Mail fraud?
And I contacted eBay myself.
That's why he's calling her a female, because she committed fraud against males.
The people that had invited me, the people that were in charge of the event, and I told them I would not speak on stage with a criminal and with a scammer. I would not be part of it. I was no longer interested. And in fact, the other people that were speaking with me also said the same thing. If Nicole's going to be on stage, we don't want anything to do about it. If eBay is going to allow this scammer up there, forget it. I was called the next
Forget about it.
day, and I was told, hey, we've removed Nicole from speaking at eBay Open, and are you guys still wanting to do it? And so we all said, thank you.
Okay, first of all, the camera is moving with his movement, which I do know is a thing that cameras can do, but that's distracting on top of the dog squeaky toy. It's too much.
Thank you, we agree, we're good to go. And I apologize during this video, my almost 6-month-old sheepdog is in play mode, so when he wants to play, you play. So that's how the eBay Open thing went down. After eBay Open, she actually committed mail fraud and got booted off of eBay, banned off of eBay. I don't remember exactly when that happened. Somebody can probably spot me on that one and put the exact date. What she did was she had a huge sale over the weekend. She sold hundreds of items. I think it was like 400 or 600 items. It was something ridiculous. She basically put...
Okay, girl boss. Okay, girl boss.
Them all 99 cents plus shipping, so people were just buying stuff. And when Monday came around, she said she had a shipping team. She always says she has a shipping team and these employees and this team. She doesn't. She's broke, guys. She has nothing. It is her and her husband. It always has been. And any employees they've ever had come and gone have gone, and for good reason. We have several of them that have told us what it's like to work with her, or even part-time, and that there was never a team and never full-time. We have all these inside sources. Nicole thinks that she has all these friends and all these inner circles. She doesn't. They hate her. After a certain amount of time, they hate her and they spill the beans.
He said, everybody hates you, Nicole. Well, are they a team? You can have a team of 2. No, that's kind of what I was thinking that. Does he have receipts? Why is he talking about this? Well, so far he's played one clip where she said somebody asked her to bid up something. Jane is gonna actually change her name and never speak again because I don't think the point of this was for. I don't think the point of this was for us to drag this man. I can't help it. I hate men that much.
So Monday comes around, and instead of weighing and shipping all of her items like you normally would, she just told her husband and possibly a part-time employee or whoever she had, a friend, shipping for her.
No, you just said she doesn't have employees.
To mark all the items as like 1 ounce or 2 ounces, which at the time was like $3 to ship, $2.50, $3. And instead of paying $8 or $6 or $7, she scammed every one of those packages out of $3, $4, $5 times hundreds and hundreds of packages, which is thousands and thousands of dollars. She said on video, after admitting to do it, that, oh, the USPS will just catch it and they'll take care of it on their end. And that's not how that works, folks. That is not how that works.
Play the video.
That program.
Roll the receipts. Roll the receipts. How would he know what she told her own husband? I don't know. That's why I need the receipts. I need the receipts. I need them.
The USPS catches a package that's off and changes the price is to catch people that are being dishonest, like Nicole. They're not going to catch every package. She knew that. They're not going to catch a majority of them. She knew that. She probably got caught on a few of them. I'm sure she did. But most of them slip.
If he would stop, like he goes, and it just keeps moving, it's making me nauseous.
Through, and she got to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. That's
well, if she did that, that is fucked up. If she did that, that's fucked up for sure. For sure. The United States Postal Service is already getting like fucking destroyed from the inside because of the Trump administration. Also, can I just say, anytime I have something to say about Trump, somebody is in the comments with all kinds of mental gymnastics trying to let me know why I'm wrong. And sometimes they'll say, Zach, I wish you wouldn't be so ignorant about things. You think I just come onto Al Gore's internet and say shit? You think I just come onto Al Gore's internet just saying whatever? People think I'm like illiterate and don't know how to read some basic news articles. It's crazy. I can't wait to see what the comments are on the Anna Only in My Dreams video.
And that ultimately is what led to her getting banned off of eBay permanently. She'll claim she's not. She is. She even put up a video where she said F eBay and peeled a sticker off of a computer or a tablet or something. So
I'd like to see that. F eBay? F eBay. Or just eBay in general. I guess that's going to be harder to do. I guess it's not literally called fuck eBay, probably. Why does she... Never mind. I guess it's not as easy as just searching fuck eBay. F eBay? Do you think she's got fuck... If I actually put fuck eBay in? No content that matched fuck eBay. Alright, sorry.
that is the story of her eBay banning, just so everybody's aware. After the shill bidding and after being removed from speaking at eBay. So fast forward, she does a couple other businesses. One was called States Crates, which was like a monthly subscription to a mystery clothing box. That had horrendous reviews, hundreds of people saying they received Walmart t-shirts with pit stains and holes. They received boxes that barely had...
but there is a market. There is a market. You just gotta know who that audience is. You know the number of gay guys that are out here buying people's used underwear to sniff? Somebody out there wants to sniff them armpits on them Walmart shirts.
Anything in it. They received junk. They received torn stuff. It was just a terrible venture. The reviews on it in a week or two were like crash and burn. That didn't last long. She didn't refund people. She scammed, schemed, in over her head. Here's one thing about Nicole. When she does do something, I will give her this. She goes big. But unless you are set up to handle that amount of volume business and shipping and customer service.
If I'm being so real, this video is giving me when someone asked me who is Amber Lynn Reed, like, oh, don't get me started. It is kind of feeling like that. Like, he clearly feels very strongly about Nicole State as a concept, as a being. He clearly feels some type of way about her, but he's not really building the story for people who are not in the community like he claimed he was going to do.
You don't belong doing it, and she's not set up to do that at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Never has been, and never will be, quite frankly. So move on to a company called Merch, that she called Merch. They were buying, I think, entire truckloads of like designer and brand.
What is? Oh, this is from Reddit, right? What forum is this being posted on? Can we discuss Nicole State's new venture, the Merch? First of all, I loathe the name. It absolutely keeps customers clueless at what they sell. Second, they sold a premium 25-piece mystery box for $500, 20 a piece, for stuff like Madewell, FP, and Nordy house brands. I saw some haul photos with $8 clearance stickers. Like, girl, you know what you're doing. I missed her eBay drama years ago, but she comes off as a decent person. I have feelings about it. Okay. Girl, stop.
Name merchandise, and they were going to be selling it off, and they were, showing this stuff off, and she had business partners and deals, and that crashed and burned as well. People claiming, again, same story over and over.
Okay, this receipt, for the record, appears to be he Googled Nicole State the Merch, and these are the top Google reviews of people talking about her failed merch venture. Which does lead me to believe people were upset about it. But it does not actually tell me the full tea of what happened, If you're dumb enough to pay $500 for mystery items, then that feels like a you problem. I mean, to be honest, I remember that, actually clocking into my Graveyard Girl knowledge, she got really into buying mystery boxes on eBay, and then would complain about getting scammed, and it's like, well, girl, what did you expect? But then if you remember, originally I was thinking I learned this from Graveyard Girl, but I think I'm actually remembering it from Amber Lynn, because Amber Lynn wanted to sell mystery boxes of earrings on Depop, and Depop actually has rules against it, that you can't do it. And that's how she got in trouble when she was doing her earring business. So there are lots of platforms like this that don't even let you do mystery box stuff like it, because it is grounds for essentially getting scammed. Get your Amber Lynn Reed earrings on. Would you believe if I have them right here? Isn't she banned from PayPal to this day for that? I don't know the logistics of that.
For rinse and repeat, not getting good merchandise, not getting any merchandise, not receiving what they bought, overpaying for stuff, paying hundreds of dollars for Walmart junk, you name it, it happened with Merch. And so that one crashed and burned. In fact, at one point she had an investor, which was reported to be an eBay employee who got in trouble with eBay for conflict of interest by investing in somebody who was, later banned on eBay, or already banned on eBay at that time. That was a crash and burn. So are we seeing a pattern, a history here, guys? So fast forward, there was other stuff that happened. There was a lady that sent her
how many minutes are we into this? I need some water from talking this much. I would need some water from talking this much. Oh, I thought you were trying to be like, Zach, can we speed this up? I need to go get a glass of water. And I was going to be like, girl, go get your glass of water. Like, what? No, we're 9 minutes into this. It's 21 minutes long.
$800 worth of clothing, and she never sent the lady her money. She got it and showed it off on a video. and never paid the lady. Like, they got into a huge fight and argument. I actually don't know how that one ended, but that was a huge to-do. And as you can see on her YouTube videos, she hasn't posted YouTube videos in forever. And every time that she got in trouble with one of these businesses and it crashed and burned, she would delete everything on YouTube. She's constantly deleting anything negative, you name it. YouTube comments, whatnot comments. If there's a negative comment, if you go into her chats and somebody else says something negative about it and you go, what does that mean? She will ban you just for liking something that somebody else said. This is
I mean, to some extent, it is. Well, yeah, that's very Julie coded. Julie, by the way, changed her name, and I sent a screenshot to Jane because I was like, "Did you know?" Because Jane's been, again, I don't have any of my own original content. All my mods make all my content for me, but I sent Jane a screenshot. It's like, "Oh, did you see that she rebranded to just The Cottage?" And Jane was like, yeah, but did you see what it was before that? It was the Farm Island. And she doesn't have any content up there. She trying to make y'all forget who she is. She said, I will not let people cancel me over $2 at the Value Village.
MO. Like, literally her MO. Because she has learned that people will always come to her chats. People will always watch her videos. There's always somebody new in the community that doesn't know her past, her history, and her crimes. And that's how she continues to go. So when you ask us why we continue to make these videos, why we continue to go after her, people will say, oh, you're so obsessed with her. We're not obsessed. We're obsessed with stopping her, not with.
It sounds very, very similar to people who are like, why do you keep making videos about Amber Lynn? Why are you guys so obsessed with Amber Lynn?
Her, with stopping her crimes. They are not even scams anymore. They are crimes. It is criminal activity that she is a part of. Like, she literally takes people's money and sends them junk. And she knowingly does it over and over again and moves to the next platform to continue doing.
Rim job chart, that is not Poe. Poe is laying at my feet currently, not playing with a toy. That is his dog making all the noise.
That's what we want stopped, and that's why we make these videos, and that's why we continue with what we're doing. So let's fast forward to most recently, and that would be Whatnot. So she went to Whatnot, live selling auction app. If you don't know what it is, you hold up your items, you sell stuff, selling lots of stuff, and then she goes, and apparently all the while she's selling this stuff, she begins an affair, at least an online affair. Whether or not it was physical, in person, is debatable. She says no. Some people in my sources say yes. I don't know. I'm not going to claim to know. I don't know.
An affair?
The 11 Reba.
Hazy Daisy 42069. Thanks so much for subscribing at Tier 1 for your 3rd month. Appreciate it.
Where the other gentleman lives, and I don't talk about him because I don't know anything about him.
Well, then why are we bringing it up anyways? Her extramarital affairs, is that really a part of the drama? It doesn't seem to have anything to do with her scamming people.
But
listen. I'll listen. I'd like to hear more.
She put out a video on TikTok after she got banned from Whatnot. She was banned from Whatnot for canceling orders, for not shipping stuff, for shill bidding, which she admitted to after she was banned. She admitted to shill bidding on video. And then she admits to this affair with this gentleman. She puts up a bunch of disgusting...
Amber Lynn! Amber Lynn had an affair with my spouse!
Text messages that they were sharing, which all the while during this video I'll be posting here, and you can pause the video and watch it at your leisure.
Was the night before I went into the hospital.
Okay, if you can't read this, I'm gonna read this exchange out between them. I guess this is a text between her and maybe the guy she's having an affair with. Okay, are you ready? I'm horny, I'm pissed, and you need to get naked and make me come. Understand I can't talk. Do what daddy likes, you dumb B word, understood? And she said, excuse me? And he said, it was a yes or no, dumb B word. And she said, what daddy likes, yes, why are you pissed? And they said, everything and everybody, you're about to fix it. And she said, And then he said, fuck, you make me want you. I see you flipping to the person I want you to be. I fucking love it. Look in my eyes while you suffer, whore. What? No, it says that. I swear. I know it's so small on the screen. I would not be able to make that up. I would not be able to make that up at all. I would not be able to make that up.
I was on a video call doing things that I shouldn't be doing for him while he was sending me these. Okay? Yes, it was an affair. Yes, it was wrong. Yes, I have immense guilt. And yes, I don't want anyone else to ever do this again because listen, it is not worth it. Don't do it. I became so obsessed and enthralled with this man. All I wanted to do was impress him.
But she
Guys, don't judge. Maybe she's freaky. Okay, first of all, this did take a crazy turn. We were just talking about shill bidding moments ago.
gets banned. She starts calling out this person. His name is Mosa Man or Musa Man or something, and talks about this affair. And please keep in mind, this lady has 2 young children. They're actually getting much older now. When they began all this, they were like little. Now they're, I think, like 13 and 10 or 13 and 9 or something like that. And I don't
Of all the niche dramas you picked that I share, I told you I'm interested in the reselling community. I've really gotten into it lately. I promise you, Jack Valentine, who I recommended, is not doing all this. Well, at least as far as I know.
bring the kids into this, but the most
why are we bringing the kids into this? That's weirdly. I will say that's weirdly, because at the worst, those kids are victims of something, and at the best, they just, like, have a mom who's into some freaky shit. Like, I don't understand why are we... I don't,
problem I have with all of this is that she has children that are going to see all this on the internet someday, or if they haven't already, or are being affected by this.
And that ain't your business, as long as they got food on that table and like she is caring for them and providing for them. I don't know what the fuck her extramarital affairs have to do with it. Like what? That's weirdly. Her kids are gonna grow up and find out that their parents have sex just like we all grew up and found out that our parents have sex. Is that it? Like, am I off base for that? It's like at some point that's just like an unfortunate thing that you find out about your parents.
She starts sharing all this lurid, lewd details about this affair on her TikTok videos, where she's now...
And that's that woman's business. And that's that woman's business. I'm not here for a man trying to mom shame somebody. I'm really not. I mean, like, I very frequently try not to comment on people's parenting if I can, because I'm not a parent, will never be. But, I mean, it's her choice to talk about her sex life if she wants, I guess his point is that her having an affair affects the whole family. I would think that would be a better way to provide critique about it. I do see that. Like, oh, she's airing out their family drama and potentially their kids are going to have to deal with the family drama later. I could see that as a more as a more reasonable critique. For sure. Like, I do see how that could be awkward.
Banned on Whatnot, so she starts posting on TikTok to bring in an audience, and she's now sending them to Poshmark. So she's went from eBay to her own stuff to Whatnot, now to Poshmark. Do you see the pattern? And she always does an apology, and she's taking responsibility. No, she's just getting revenge on the guy she had an affair with, because she got banned from Whatnot, and now she figured out that he was using her to get views on Whatnot. And as of today, the update is he's now banned on Whatnot because she admitted to shill bidding. She may have had something to do with that banning, actually, which is kind of funny too. But if you can't already
that's the scandal, is that this man is also a part of the reselling community, I guess.
tell the MO and the scamming and the scheming and the theft and not shipping people's orders and shipping them junk and taking their money and then deleting anything negative that you post, she will delete. This woman has spent the better part of a year of her life, total, all added up, deleting comments and negativity, lying, cheating, stealing. It's incredible. I don't even know how you go through life being this woman. The amount of mental stress on me over one bad order or one thing that goes wrong that's not even my fault is insane. I couldn't imagine living how she lives. And she blames it all on mental illness. She says she has like partial bipolar or something, or some other things going on, diagnosed. She says she spent time in a mental hospital, which is again debatable because she had her cell phone, she was texting, which isn't typically allowed in a mental hospital. The picture.
I must have missed this, but is he personally hurt by this woman? I don't think anything specifically happened to him, Christine. It seems like his MO and maybe some of these other people are like, this is our community, and it kind of sounds like he's making an argument of like, you're ruining the trust that people may have in like resellers online, and you're making us all look bad, kind of a thing. That's the worst. He hasn't explicitly said that. He hasn't used his words like that. I'm doing a lot of inferring here on his behalf, which, like, why am I helping out a man? I don't know. But that would be the argument I could see. Otherwise, no, it doesn't sound like she did anything to him personally.
Were suspect, the timing was suspect. Right after that happened, she was right back on TikTok and right back on social media. This is Nicole State wrapped up in a bundle. Like, it is just an MO of scheme, scam, come up with the next grift, complete the grift, get caught, get called out, get kicked off a platform after you scrub it, lie, steal, cheat, whatever, and then apologize and move to the...
Oh, you're right, Jane. He did say at the beginning of this that in 2016 he did collaborate on some kind of video with her before he knew who she really was.
Next platform and try to bring in the next set of audience. So our goal with these videos now, here in March of 2025, is to make it, too big, too much coverage, too many places to where people, no matter what, will find her, and will find her quickly. Because back in the day, we used to warn people and they would just blow us off, and they'd keep going and keep going and keep going. And we've had hundreds of people come to us over the years and say, I am so sorry for calling you guys haters, and I should have listened to you. Nicole scammed me finally, and I learned my lesson.
So here's where I'm willing to hear him out, because that sounds like the same thing about like anybody who just like doesn't know the context and lore of who Amber Lynn Reid is. A lot of people will be like, hey, it's weirdly how much you care about Amber Lynn Reid. Like, why are you making all these videos about her? Like, blah, 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 blah. And it feels kind of similar in the sense that, like, oh, well, y'all need to understand that, like, Amber Lynn is a toxic human being. It probably is, there's probably a world where this guy is living in like everything he knows about Nicole State, and just kind of also expecting that most of the people also understand that, because that's sometimes how I've approached Amber Lynn videos, and then I'll be reminded like, oh, not everybody knows everything there ever is to know about Amber Lynn Reid. And then that's when you feel like you have to keep reminding people over and over and over again. I mean, to some extent, it's like that with Rosie too, right? Like there's so many people just getting into Rosie content, and sometimes people are like, Zach, you're being so harsh on her. And I'm like, do y'all know my history with her? Do you all know everything I know? And then, like, obviously they don't. They obviously don't know everything. And so, like, it's a weird thing you have to balance on YouTube sometimes of like, oh my gosh, sometimes people don't have the whole story.
And I wish I had listened to you to begin with, or quicker, or sooner. And so that is really our goal, is to get people to be aware of what she's done over the years, to stop and to get out of our community. We want her banned on every platform, and we want her gone. We want her to stop. We don't want to have to make these videos, because if we have to
She's on YouTube, and to that extent, we just looked at her channel, and it looks like she's moved on to selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. So I wonder what happened with Poshmark.
These videos, it means more people got scammed.
And that's the part of it, is like, obviously he pulled up some like other YouTube videos of people that have been upset with her, and it does seem to be that she has like some level of a pattern of like no longer using certain platforms. So yeah. Nah, if Julie and Marisol taught me anything, it's my gut reaction. Hate is usually right. Well, I do have sus vibes about this man in general. I mean, think about all the sus men in girl world who sometimes say correct things about Amberlynn and Chantal, but are still suspicious. Not to like make too many direct Oh god, I pushed a button. Oh god. I pushed a button and I don't know where we were. I didn't mean to do that.
Because those poor kids, why are you wish gets kicked off at kids? So some.
Oh, okay. I'm still too far. Okay. I don't mean to make direct comparisons, but also some of it feels similar in some ways. Okay.
Byproduct of helping people and warning people is I get paid for it. Sign me up, right? Like, sign me up. I don't care what you think. If you don't like that and you're not okay with that, don't watch. There's 1,000 other people making the videos. And some of those people were trying to call me out. I'm not going to say her name. I don't want her to get attention, for making videos to get money. Yet she was making videos about the situation to get money and views. It's so hypocritical. So that's number one. I'm never going to apologize for that. Number two is the kids. So some people say, why are you wishing bad on Nicole? Why are you wishing that she gets kicked off of every platform and can't make money? Why are you wishing for her to go to jail? Why are you wishing for this or that? She has kids. And you're right. And you're absolutely right. And that is why I'm doing it, and why other people are doing it also. Because those poor kids do not deserve to be raised by a mother that's putting them in financial and legal limbo. By doing what she's doing, she is committing crimes that you guys think this is a joke. She could be arrested any day, and I hope she is.
Yeah. Jane is correct that Jane, even this guy lists other people who have talked about Nicole State, and like I said, he had thumbnails of other people talking about it. I don't think it's just this guy, which is why I've made a lot of the comparisons to like Girl World talking about you know, Chantal, Amberlynn, etc.
And you don't want to commit crimes when you have kids and leave them without a mother. Nicole should have thought of that before Nicole created the mess she's in and committed the crimes and the scams that she committed and did. Because if she didn't do all that, she wouldn't have to worry about whether or not she'd be arrested or whether or not her kids would have their mother a part of their lives. That's on her, not on us.
Okay, but also I don't think he's concerned about what happens to the kids should something happen. Like, he's basically like, well, fuck them kids, I guess. like that's her fault, not mine. Which, like, it ultimately, all of her responsibilities are her responsibilities, right? Like, it's not it's not his fault if like she faces legal trouble or things like that, but I'm not entirely convinced that he really cares about what happens to the kids.
Just because somebody has kids doesn't mean that a scammer and a criminal shouldn't do the time for the crime they're committing.
Also true.
That's not my problem. I don't wish it on anyone, and I don't wish it on anyone's kids, but her kids don't deserve to be raised by somebody who's willing to sacrifice themselves over some money, over greed, over scams, over whatever it is that she's doing. They also don't deserve to be raised in a house where their mother is out on their father cheating and doing whatever.
That's a weird judgment. Listen. Leave it to like, oh, they don't deserve to have a mom who's a criminal, blah, 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 blah. You know how many straight people cheat on their spouses all the time? Well, I shouldn't just limit it to straight people, but you know I'm a hater. Do you know how many people cheat on their spouses all the time? Like, I'm not saying it's okay or good, but it doesn't mean that those people are inherently bad parents. You know? Like, that doesn't mean that they don't care about their parents or about their kids, or that they're not good at caring for them or providing for them. They're a bad romantic partner. They obviously have issues with being faithful to their partner, but that doesn't mean that they're bad parents necessarily. They might also be bad parents, but I don't think those things are mutually exclusive.
Whatever else she's doing, that's point number 2. And point number 3 is her children don't deserve to grow up knowing what their mother has done and being embarrassed by their mother. I would be embarrassed if I was her husband, although he was a part of a lot of her scams back in the day. So I don't feel sorry for him for a minute either, Joe, if you're watching this, which I know you will be.
Joe, if you're watching this, oh my God. I don't feel bad about Joe either. No, fuck a cheater. First of all, I'm not saying, like, let's listen closely to what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying it's okay to cheat. I'm saying a person cheating on their spouse doesn't make them a bad parent, inherently. So let's make sure we're listening real closely to what I'm saying. Okay, before we get worked up about Zach supporting cheaters, because I don't.
Hey y'all, it's been a while. Heart. Also thank you, Zach, for influencing me to play Tomodachi.
Yes, work. Jan, thanks so much for being here, and thanks for subscribing at Tier 1 for 3 months in advance. 56 months is crazy long time for being here, so I appreciate it. It makes them a bad person in general. Again, I think that's a judgment statement. I think it's certainly fair to say that they're not great because they were unfaithful to their partner. I also think you can be multiple things at the same time. I don't think that that's a characterization of what if whether or not they're a good parent. They aren't a good partner, a good romantic partner, but they could still care deeply about their children. I'm not even speaking from personal experience, by the way. I don't know shit about fuck with any of that. I'm grateful that my parents were happily married until my dad passed away, and I've never been cheated on as far as I know, and I've never had children. So I don't know. I just, in my head, it makes total sense that a person could be a shitty partner and still care a lot about their kids. And maybe that's like from my experience of seeing like friends of mine that had divorced parents. Granted, I guess maybe in those situations their parents didn't cheat on each other or anything like that, but I don't know. I'm not saying you have to think Nicole State is a good person by any means. I just think it's weird to bring all of that into this argument. Like, about her kids or whatever. Like, if we really want to make comments about her kids, I guess you could say it's, like, irresponsible for her to be breaking the law and potentially putting her kids in a compromised position if something were to happen to her, if she had to like face consequences for breaking the law. I think it's a whole other thing to say that, like, she doesn't deserve to be with her kids because she had an affair. Unfortunately, lots of people have affairs, and I think they still care deeply about their children. That's just me. We can agree to disagree.
Know you were part of it. You stuck up for her, so I don't feel sympathy for you. The fact that she did what she did, sorry, dude, you should run for the hills, but don't feel sorry for you. But her kids will see this on the internet someday. Not my video, not everyone else's videos, Nicole's own videos, admitting to cheating with disgusting text and all the other stuff. Her kids are gonna see that. And quite frankly, that's horrendous. That's terrible, that's sad, and she doesn't deserve to have kids. And I said what I just said. So my advice.
That's so weirdly. I also just gotta say, if you've ever been somebody that's like, Chantal is weird for saying that people shouldn't have kids or that they're bad parents because of the things that they do on the internet, I don't think this is that far away from that. This man don't know shit about fuck when it comes to her parenting. I'm guessing most of her content, it has little to do with how she is as a parent. I think that's weirdly. Hi, Pulpy. Pulpy, I'm on another one over here today. I'm so sorry. We're doing a lot over here on the Zachary Mike Twitch channel today. Who is this man? Well, this man, this man's name is Rockstar Flipper. We tuned into this video today because we're trying to learn about a woman named Nicole State, who was an alleged scammer and criminal from the resell community, the Poshmark eBay resell community on the internet. And I do believe that she is a woman full of drama. I do believe she's been involved in some drama. I don't know if it's like let's say it's like, for instance, what can I say to not get myself in trouble and too much trouble? It's like, well, here. I feel confident about saying this. You can feel however you want about me saying this. But it's like, in Girl World, you know how there's a human named Garlic Bread that makes commentary about Chantal and sometimes Amberlynn, and like sometimes he says things that are real, things that have happened, but like in general I don't really care for him because I know about the weird, very weirdly love triangle he had with Jess Breezen and Jessica Messica. It's kind of like that, like, this guy's probably right about some stuff, but I don't necessarily have to enjoy him as a concept. Like, I don't have to enjoy him as a person. I do fear he probably has some correct information about this situation, though.
I was going to say anything to her is close up shop, get off the internet, get out of reselling, leave us alone, leave this community alone, and do better. Go find something else. Go get a job. Go work at TJ Maxx. Go work at Goodwill. Go work at Popeyes.
Go get a job. Work.
I don't care where you work. KFC, eat your Popeyes. Just don't do it here, because it's clear after 10 years that you are incapable of running an honest to goodness business where you don't scheme, scam, and steal from people. If you could, by all means, reinvent yourself. But it is absolutely crystal clear that you are incapable of doing that. So with that, I'll leave it to everybody else to let me know your thoughts and opinions. As always, I'm trying to put it all in one place so you guys can see it all at one time. Make sure you check the description box. Vanessa's Vad is Rad's YouTube and TikTok will be there. Lindy's TikTok, everybody's TikTok and YouTubes that you should go down the rabbit hole with further videos. All of this is, of course, alleged behavior, although most of it is factual. It is not.
Well, I would have liked more receipts. I will say that. I would have liked some more receipts.
It is on video by her own words, her own admissions, by
although her sharing the text messages between her and the man she had an affair with was kind of scandalous, and me reading it out loud was kind of crazy.
by pictures, by photos, by selling fake goods, by everything I've mentioned here. 98% of it is not alleged. It is factual. It is proven, and you can go down these rabbit holes on like Vanessa. Vanessa does a great job of putting all of it in
Maybe we
individual
should have
videos
watched
with
Vanessa.
evidence, pictures, photos, screenshots, text messages, you name it, she's got it. So
That's sounds
the
like
wrap
what I
up.
wanted
That's the
to
Nicole
see.
State, the story of how she got to where she is now and why we all make the videos that we make about her. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everybody. I'll put some shorts up on TikTok and Instagram directing you to this video, and have a wonderful rest.
Zach doesn't like Fan Man. I gotta be so honest, Jamie. I almost did have his video pulled up, and I was like, I just can't do this today.
Of your Wednesday.
Are we ever gonna check in on that old shirtless man who lives in his RV again? Sarasota Tim? You talking about Sarasota Tim? He hasn't really been up to too much interesting. He was doing an Anna saying a lot but nothing at all. Girl, tell me about it! That's what I did my reaction for the main channel today. That's what we did it on. Alright, well, I may jump down the rabbit hole more, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Well, it's for sure not gonna happen today. I got an appointment in 15 minutes. Do I need to change my name but probably still be here? You don't have to change your name at all, Diva. You don't have to change it at all. Anyways, I think that's all I got time for today, YouTubies. Bye, YouTubies! Subscribe!